Hi, my name is Kelsey Rosenberg, and I'm super excited to be directing Memoriam with Solace Theatre in the fall. Memoriam is the story of Lucy, who gets really sick, and her friends want to help her get better, but unbeknownst to them, she's being stalked by this really shadowy, mysterious figure named Dracula. In the process of trying to help Lucy get better, they have a really dark tragedy happen to this group of people. One of the things that was really important in the writing of Memoriam was to combat this over-sexualized view of Dracula, because that's not really what Bram Stoker originally had in his book. It's full of gospel-rich dialogue and Christian themes like spiritual warfare and grief. So I first knew that I wanted to direct Memoriam when I went to the Storytellers Gala, where Aaron and Jeremy talked about their shows for 2019. And they talked about how grief is a really big part of the story of Memoriam, and they mentioned at that gala that they didn't have anyone to direct. And that was when, after listening to them kind of talk about it, that's when I knew I really wanted to be involved with the project, because grief is a really important theme for me, a very personal theme, because about 7 years ago, my mom was diagnosed with brain cancer. And what happens when someone you are really close to has a chronic illness, it's medically called chronic grief. And it has to do with grieving someone before they're gone, because you know they're going to eventually succumb to that illness. So grief has been a constant companion with me for about 7 years, and I've learned a lot and grown a lot through it. And one of the things I really love about the script of Memoriam when I read it was that it affects every single character, but it affects them all very, very differently. I think it's part of life that everybody is going to experience it at some point. And so I think it's really important to talk about it and to really understand and name grief when it shows up. And so that's part of the reason I'm really excited about directing Memoriam, is to really get to explore that with the cast, and also to portray it really, really well for the audience, so that you can see this really vast picture of what grief looks like in different people's lives, partially so that we can love on each other better when we see those things in people that we know are struggling with something. So if you're interested in getting involved in this production, we are looking for 8 actors, 5 guys and 3 girls, who are really strong, experienced actors and strong, experienced singers who are over the age of 21, because this story does deal with those deep emotional and spiritual themes. So we want some people who have a little bit more life experience under their belts. But we also need people backstage, so if you're interested in volunteering with production and crew, that would be fabulous as well. Or if you're just interested in coming and seeing the show, it's going to be November 8th and 9th at Garner Performing Arts Center. And if you have any other questions about audition information and all that jazz, that's going to be at solacetheatre.org.